What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review season 4, episode 3 of Native Son. Hold on. Rewind. That's wrong. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I'm here to review season 4, episode 3 of The Chi. And tonight's episode is titled Native Son. Listen, getting delirious. I don't know how I tripped out. I guess I was so excited. You know why I'm excited? Because I checked on my phone. I got a notification and it told me that I had 604 subscribers. Now that's not a big deal to some of y'all, but to me that's a big deal because this channel, I'm making it grow. It's growing. It's actually growing. And at one point I was not that consistent here when I first started. Now I'm finding my footing, getting there. So shout out to all of y'all that have been subscribing, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Come on in here and interact with me. Y'all know I like that. So with that being said, let me shout out my people that have been holding me down. That would be Atif, Simply Be Yourself 100, Lamont Simpson, Jeremy Crawford, Patricia Longcrier, Penny, Chi-Town Girl 33, June BLC, and all the rest of you. So many people. Thank you so much. I promise you I will get to your name in my next video. Tell me, look, Ty, you didn't give me a shout out. Listen, I'll give you a shout out in the next one. So please forgive me if I didn't shout you out this time. I can't remember. It's been one of those days. But thank you so much. Now let's get right down to this review of The Chi. All right, tonight we see Kevin and his mother having a conversation about his future. And she's telling him, Kevin, son, if you, she said, you work from this stage to this stage. If you work really hard, when you get to this part of your life and your future, things will be easier for you. But Kevin is being a little sarcastic, and he's kind of debating his mother and a little tidbit disrespectful. He's starting to get on my nerves. And he's like, well, Oprah struggled here, and here, and she did fine. And he started comparing other people as well, saying that they did fine. But we know that Kevin is going through something because of the trauma that happened, the traumatic experience of him watching Jake get assaulted by the police. And, we saw in last week's episode, he got drunk at the college tour, whatever. So he's been suspended. But we learned, he's been suspended from school. But we learned that this is a in-school suspension. Now, I ain't never heard of nothing like that before. Because where I'm from, when you got, like they said, like the mother said, how you going to school? You've been suspended. Where I'm from, you get suspended. That means you listen. Let me correct that. I don't want y'all thinking I was getting suspended in school, but I'm saying I knew people that got suspended. Okay, and when they got suspended, they did not come to school. But this little fancy school, they got the in-school suspension. And we also see that Jake has been suspended. And when they go to Jake, we see that Jake got suspended for messing around with that young lady in the bathroom. And I guess it went on the video or whatever. And this was interesting because we see Jake at home with Shad, which is the bum that got out of jail. Yeah, I'm calling him bum because he got to get his life together. But he's being annoying. And I'm sure in Amani's eyes, and a little bit now in Trig's eyes, this dude is a damn bum because he's sitting around playing video games with his little brother, saying some very inappropriate things about this whole thing about, the white girl he was messing with. And Trig told him, she's like 15. You shouldn't even be looking. Oh, she got an OnlyFans page. He's a bum, real immature, not cleaning up after himself, starting to be a burden as Imani feared. Because it's nothing like somebody being in your house that you don't want there. Oh, my God, especially a bum that's just laying up. I shouldn't call him a bum, but he's acting like a bum, just laying around and just smoking and not applying himself. Like, come on, dude, what's that about? So we know that's gonna blow up right there. That's gonna blow up. So Jake also mentions that he's been suspended, but it's a in-school suspension. He goes to school. Both he and Kevin have to do this report. And this punishment for them is to do an essay about what happened. They have this teacher who's like, listen, I'm on your side. Yes, I'm white, but I understand when you've been oppressed and this, that, and the third. So he says, listen, why don't y'all do this essay for me, blah, 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 blah. So Kevin does the essay. Jacob's like, I didn't do that essay. But now here's the thing. When Kevin goes to Gemma, his girlfriend, who he has been being real shady towards, he's been short with her. He don't want to talk. He don't want to do videos. She asked him after reading his essay to come on her little show that she does, this little talk show. He says no. He blows her off. So then she runs into Jake, and she convinces Jake to do the interview. And I said, aha, you see that chemistry is starting to build. And y'all remember in the first episode of this season, they showed that flash forward where Jake and Gemma was kissing. Now we're seeing how that formed, right? You see, because Kevin is being all, funny towards her and kind of pushing her off a little bit. And now you see there's some little chemistry going on between her and Jake. And you see, even in that interview, he was mentioning about, his experience with the police and what happened to him. And the way, did y'all catch how Gemma put her hand on his knee and I think Kevin caught that too when he watched the video in class as well. Then you see him now, he wants to text her, oh baby, I miss you. You've been shading her and acting funny. Now you're talking about, oh, I miss you, oh, sugar, blah, blah, blah. And now she's ignoring you, leaving you, ain't replying, leaving you on red and just not replying. So that, yeah, we starting to see what that's. All right, so let's move on down to Tiffany and Emmett. Now, we saw at the top of this episode, Tiffany came back home. Emmett asked her, girl, where you been? What's going on? And she said, take that bass out of your voice when you talking to me. And she came in real silent or whatever have you. So he said, where you been? She said, I was with a client. He said, was it a male client? She said, yes. And she pretty much told him, I banged Dante. Now what? And then he started asking all these questions. Did you, what did he say to her? Did he bust in you and all that stuff? And did he come in you and all this other stuff? Because, if you get pregnant, we don't want to do this whole thing of trying to figure out who the baby daddy is. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So there you have it. She got revenge on him. And this is bothering him now because he's like, soon as I wanted to settle down and now I'm ready. But see, it doesn't work like that. You can't be out here doing things and don't think there's going to be some consequences. So these are the consequences now. And we see later on in this episode, Tiffany states that after talking to some friends about this whole situation, she states that she wants an open relationship, an open marriage. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know if that's going to work for them. They're going to try to figure that whole thing out, trying to do an open marriage and all this other stuff. And she's not mad with Dom. She already told Dom, listen, I'm not mad with you, this, that, and the third. Dom was pleased with that because Dom was upset when Emmett told her that he told her. She said, why would you do that? She going to be mad with me now. And, that I don't have too many female friends and I really liked her. And now you're making this issue. So he's like, wait a minute. You taking her side? She's like, you shouldn't have said anything. You shouldn't have said anything. But now it's all out in the open. But now Tiffany is saying, let's do an open marriage. So we'll see how that turns out. I don't know how that's going to turn out for these two. Moving right along, we see Jada, which is Emmett's beautiful mother. She has this cancer. She's talking with Dre. She didn't tell anybody but Dre. She told Dre not to say nothing right now. She want to keep it to herself. She doesn't want to be a burden to Emmett or anybody. She doesn't really know how to handle this. This is a new thing for her. And that really upset me finding out that she had cancer. I was like, oh, why did they write this? But see, that's the good thing about this show. And a good thing about a good show, you get invested. You start feeling sorry. Because I was like, oh, damn, Jada got cancer. Then I said, wait, this is a TV show. Relax. Relax, Ty. Relax. It's just a show. But it's so good, you start to feel like you know these people, and you feel sorry for these people. So she's dealing with that. She's still messing with the young masseuse who went to school with Emmett. And Emmett kind of walks in and sees the guy there, and he's upset about that. She's like, listen, she's trying to talk to him, and I think she was going to try to tell him about her cancer, but Emmett was way too upset at the time. and he kind of stormed off. So, that was that situation. And we see later in that episode when they're having the, what were they doing? That weed party, edible party, whatever. And his mom is there and the young guy is there too. And Jada gets really high and then she has to leave the party and she leaves with the masseuse. And you see Emmett running behind, "Ma, I can take you." So Emmett is going through something right now because he's feeling like that. My mother's getting some with this dude I went to high school with. My wife is out here now. She's sleeping around with her clients. And, now they're doing this whole they're going to try this open marriage thing. All right. So let's go on to Imani, Rashad, and Trig. So we know Rashad is the house guest from hell, that Imani don't really want him there. But it appears that she has him running errands for her. Like, listen, you here, you might as well earn your keep. So he's bringing stuff to her while she's at the shop working. Because she's like, listen, as long as he's going to be here, he got to do something. But meanwhile, right before he comes in there, this dude that's working with Trig comes in with a young lady. And he's like, do her hair. Clearly, you could tell the girl is in some sort of trouble. She looks stressed. She looks scared. And the way he was holding on to it. So he's just sitting there. And so Imani's doing her hair. Meanwhile, Rashad walks in. He brings whatever it was he was supposed to bring to Imani. And they have that little tension, whatever. And the guy and Rashad leave and go get a drink while Imani's doing this young lady's hair. So now, while she's doing this young lady's hair, the guy tells Rashad, how do you even deal with that thing, Imani? And he's like, oh, she all right. He said, no, that's a dude in a dress. So my thing is, I didn't know. I thought only Trig knew. From the neighborhood, I thought only Trig knew that Imani was is a transsexual. I did not know that other people knew, like other hood dudes knew this. So he mentioned that. So that's going to be a problem right there. That's definitely going to be a problem for this Rashad character because he's already a piece of work, And I think when they showed that flash forward and we saw Imani tussling or fighting with someone, it might be him because I think he's going to say something slick to her now that he knows that Imani was born a man. So that's going to be interesting right there. Meanwhile, Imani's talking to this girl and she's like, I got to help her. The other friends at the shop are like, mind your business. Listen, you can't save everybody. Stop trying to be your superhero. Listen, that's her life. That ain't got nothing to do with us. You know who she's dealing with. I think the dude's name is Nook or something like that. You know who she's dealing with. Get out of that. And she's like, well, I'm going to see if Trig can get involved. So that's what she wants. She wants Trig to get involved. Meanwhile, Trig is down here with being a community activist because as we saw in last week's episode, the mayor, Duda, the mayor, has defunded the police. And now the police's reaction to that is, oh, you want to defund us? Let's see what you're going to do without us. So they're going to fall back. And this was an interesting plot because it's moving faster than how it would in real life. But, that's television for you. But it's an interesting plot to see that they're tackling this on how it would be if you defunded the police and how they would react. So basically, with this plan of defunding the police, they're saying this could either blow up in your face or it could be awesome. And this will be a great way for the Olympics to want to come to Chicago. And also this will make you beat this big deal, Duda, if you did this, because this would really work. But will it work? That's the question. So Trig has teamed up with Tracy and they're trying to protect the neighborhood and try to listen, since the police are going to fall back, we got to show them that we don't need them. We can take care of ourselves and we can defend ourselves and we can, help out our own people. And I was like, this is a real interesting, and I love that because I'm like, wouldn't that be great if this could actually happen in real life where people could just do that? And so, of course, we see Tracy and Trig, they do help a situation, a domestic situation where this young lady and this guy are fighting because she has an OnlyFans account. He lost his job and he's, I guess, upset that she's the breadwinner now because she's doing OnlyFans. You know, OnlyFans. Y'all know what that is. That's little nasty sites that they got out there now. But it makes money. So they're going through all of that. Basically, what was I saying? So basically, we see them handling this situation, dealing with this situation, tackling the situation. But like the question Tracy said, is this going to work? Because listen, this is not no small Mayberry town, y'all. This is Chicago. This is a big city. It's a major city. Can they truly police and protect these people like this? Tracy's idea is, listen, we just going to protect the black folks. That's what we're going to do. We're going to protect the black. But can you realistically do this when you're not a professional police officer, when you're not someone of authority? Can this really work out? But I like that plot. I like whoever put that in there. Very interesting take to see on television. I'm interested to see how far this is going to go and what's going to happen with that. So meanwhile, Trig is dealing with that. He's in the community now. He's doing all this stuff. And when he gets home to Imani's telling him that, hey, I need you to help this girl. And he tells her, nah, we're going to mind our business. We're going to stay out of that. And because he said that pissed her off. And she told him, you sleeping on the couch tonight. No poom poom for you tonight. You sleeping on the couch. Well, she didn't say that, but I'm adding that. So that's pretty much what happened there. And I kind of saw both sides, but it's like you can't be the hero to everybody and everything. But, then maybe you can. I don't know. So then we also see that the mayor, Duda, he's really getting behind this. But is this going to really work? And his wife is kind of like, I don't know. She don't think this is going to work. But they're kind of thinking it could work and it could draw the Olympics in. But then when they have that meeting and Tracy walks into that meeting and they pretty much say, basically, listen, Tracy says, listen, we don't care that Olympics thing. I don't care nothing about that Olympics. I care about my people, and my people don't give a damn about no damn Olympics. We need something that's going to protect us. The other guy said, well, this Olympics will bring jobs into the community. You know how many jobs it would bring and all the things that it could help. It could really be good. That's basically what he said. Now, we also saw, we talked earlier about this open marriage stuff that Emmett and Tiffany are going to try. But what about Duda and his wife? Because he takes Tracy home to, that was a nice house, by the way, really nice. And he's banging her out in the living room, and in walks Duda's wife, and she's like, oh, I didn't get the memo. Y'all gonna start without me? And then she sits down and she's like, you know what? I like to watch. Don't stop on my behalf. Let's sit down and let me watch. And she watches them get it on. She watches them get it on. And I was like, okay, so we got one open marriage here. Now we about to have another open marriage with Emmett and Tiffany. I don't think that's going to work with them for some reason. I have a feeling that Emmett is not going to, that's going to bother him. A lot of dudes can't imagine their wife getting banged out by some other dude. But I mean, if that's what you're used to, yes. But someone like him, I can't see that. Right now, I think he wants her to be loyal, whatever. He thought he was going to try to be loyal. I don't think that's going to work in the long run for them. That's just my opinion on that. I thought tonight's episode was really, really good. This is a really strong season for me. I cannot wait to see what happens next week. That's all I have. If I missed something, guys, y'all leave it down in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about this episode. Did you like it? What didn't you like about it? Anything I missed, just let me know. But that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.